Up next on Lion TV, England Darnell has a story about a local auto body shop, and Star Cox has students look back on this school year.
And me, Jordan Jones, with all your 5A soccer tournament updates. All that and more, Lion TV starts now.
Happy Friday, Cersei. Welcome back to Lion TV. I'm Caden DeGroat.
And I'm Curtis Stevens. This has been quite the week so far. Let's get to the announcements.
All library books must be checked in by May 20th. Remember that there is a library book drop box, the black one with the lion on it, just outside the West office for students who can't make it down to the library or if the library is closed and you need to drop off your book.
Please note that students who have turned 16 years of age will be required to have the second meningitis shot before the 24-25 registration. Please see Nurse Amy for any questions.
Many students have already used all of their parent call-ins for the semester. Please check your attendance on Hack to see where you are on with absences. You only get 6 parent call-ins per semester. Also, there were many days of testing last week, so check to be sure you are marked correctly. Finally, many students are sitting on 5 unexcused absences. If you reach 6 unexcused absences, you could lose credit in that class.
Next week's semester test will start on May 21st on Tuesday. The first period test will be from 8 a.m. to 9:20 a.m. and the second period test will be from 9:25 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. On Wednesday, the third period test will be from 8 a.m. to 9:20 a.m. and the fourth period test will be from 9:25 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. On Thursday, the fifth period test will be from 8 a.m. to 9:20 a.m. and the sixth period test will be from 9:25 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. Then on Friday, the seventh period test will be from 8 a.m. to 9:20 a.m.
Hey Curtis, can you believe that this year has finally come to an end?
I know, right? But thankfully, Starcock's a story on what other students think of the end of the year.
As the school year comes to a close, I've been looking back on some of the memorable moments from this year. Let's see how we've counted on our school community this year.
My favorite event and activities from the school year would definitely be some of the football games, especially while I was marching because I'm a clarinet. And it was definitely interesting getting to know this high school, and I thought it was really fun.
I think one of the greatest things that's happened at Cersei this year are the achievements of the band and the choir. They've done fabulously. I just think there's all kinds of programs that are growing, and I feel like the administration is willing to try new things.
I hope to get better in my theater acting and being better at playing clarinet because I definitely think I can improve.
I constantly work to try to view the world like my students view the world.
Our school can definitely improve on communication skills to one another because words definitely get skipped over sometimes.
I hope for us in the coming years that we will build a sense of community here.
Going around the school and just being with other grades is really intimidating, but you get to know it better. So
don't look at it like you have to be here. Look at it like, what can I do while I'm here?
Definitely would recommend a bunch of activities to do because I'm in numerous activities, and getting involved with the school has definitely gotten me to know a lot more people and have a lot more friends. And most people take advantage of their freshman year and just don't do anything, but I want to remember my freshman and high school years, so.
Spending time with Emily Jones.
Spending time with Fudge or Chima.
Being in my third year of color guard and just really venturing out and becoming better than I was before.
The last prep rally, Mr. Muse, he did a dance. I thought that was funny.
I would have to say doing the basketball tournaments, volleyball tournaments, soccer games.
My favorite memory was going on the art trip for my art club. We got to go to the art museum and it was pretty cool.
I'd have to say Coach Ashburn juggling.
I think it was Coach Glennon's big green wig.
I'm going to say my teacher calling me pretty.
But the truth is, wherever you are in life, like that is a moment to make the best of. Let whatever didn't go well, like reflect on it, decide what you need to change, and then like remember what was good.
As we bid the school year farewell, let's celebrate the challenges we've overcome, the laughter we've shared, and the unforgettable memories. See you next year, Cersei. Now back to the news desk.
Thank you, Star.
An Arkansas teen is in custody on a first-degree murder charge in connection with the fatal shooting of a high school senior outside a party early Sunday. Following a high school prom, Dontarius Steffens, 19 of Helen, turned himself in to authorities Sunday afternoon in the shooting of death of Lorenzo Harrison III, 18. Steffens was being held at the Phillips County Jail Sunday. According to an inmate roster, it was not clear Sunday afternoon if he had an attorney representing him or when he would first appear in court. Steffens was a previous graduate of the school.
The controlled demolition of the largest remaining steel span of the collapsed Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore has been postponed because of weather conditions, officials said Sunday afternoon. Crews have been preparing for weeks to use explosives to break down the span, which is an estimated 500 feet long and weighs up to 600 tons.
Protests over the Israel-Hamas war have spread across the U.S. university and college campuses in recent weeks, leading to disruptions and arrests. Some demonstrations extended into weekend graduation celebrations, although they were muted in comparison to the encampments and rallies that have campuses and resulted in nearly 2,900 arrests of students and other protesters.
Kaden, with summer break coming up, I sure hope the weather is nice.
Me too. Thankfully, Eric can give us our updates on the upcoming summer weather.
Good morning, Hi, this is Eric Crowley here with your weather updates. Today is going to be showers with a high of 78, rain at 78% chance, winds blowing east at 7 miles per hour, humidity at 81%, and your sun rose at 6 o'clock a.m. On to tonight. Tonight will be scattered thunderstorms with a low of 62, rain at 39% chance, winds blowing northwest at 5 miles per hour, humidity at 93%, and your sun will set at 8:06 p.m. On to the almanac. Average temperatures have been a high of 81, low of 60. Monthly average of precipitation is 5.93 inches, and month to date is 2.36 inches. On to that 5cast. Saturday will be partly cloudy with the high of 87, a low of 64, and a 20% chance of rain. Sunday will be sunny, as the name implies, with a high of 90, a low of 67, and an 8% chance of rain. Monday will be partly cloudy with a high of 90, a low of 72, and a 15% chance of rain. Tuesday will be partly cloudy with the high of 91, a low of 71, and a 10% chance of rain. And on Wednesday, it'll be partly cloudy with the high of 88, a low of 71, and a 24% chance of rain. Looks like we're about to be wrapping up the school year with some cloudy skies.
Per usual, I guess.
All this talk about weather is making me hungry. What's for lunch today, Curtis?
I'm glad you asked. Today for lunch we'll be having whole grain pancake bites, classic cheese pizza, classic cheeseburger, chicken and cheese crispito, ham and cheese wrap, strawberry mango, frozen sidekicks, and milk.
Great. Be sure to thank the lunch ladies for the work they put into our lunches.
I will.
Getting in a car accident can be a crazy experience.
For sure, as well as getting the car fixed up like new again.
England Darnell has the story of what it's like owning and working at an auto body shop.
A small business here in Searcy, Arkansas plays a very big role for the car industry. A body shop is where people bring their vehicles to be fixed up and look brand new.
This business has been here since 1980s. We bought it from a family last year. My favorite part of the body shop is dealing with the customers when they come in and they're excited about getting their car after it's been fixed.
Cars that get body work usually because they've been in a car wreck, and so the main priority is to get them back like they were before and to have quality professional work completed.
Even though a body shop is for fixing cars, there are many other hats to be worn in the business.
Accounts receivable and accounts payable is what I typically do.
I focus primarily on sales, and that is bringing in more new clients and new customers into the body shop.
The workshop is a dangerous place, but sometimes the hardest job is dealing with people and not the cars.
The hardest part about the business is dealing with employees.
Lots of time management goes into the body shop to make sure everything gets done by the right date.
We usually get to the office at 8 o'clock in the morning. We have a meeting with all the staff to go over the day's routine. At 5 o'clock, we get back with the staff and talk about what was finished and complete for the day.
My work day usually is on the computer, paying bills, looking at people's hours that they have worked and making sure those are correct.
Searcy Auto Body has many different branches that they use from their salvage yard down the road to the towing service in North Little Rock. They give every customer a variety of ways to get their vehicle fixed the way they would prefer. Back to you guys at the news desk.
Wow, I didn't know that cars are so important to so many people. There's also a sport that uses cars as well.
Speaking of sports, here is Jordan Jones again with your end of the year sports updates.
Happy Friday, Cersei. I hope you're all ready for summer break, but before that, let's get started with some local sports updates. In local sports, the 5A State Soccer Tournament happened this past weekend, and here are your results. The boys team played last Friday against Van Buren, where it was a very close match, but after Van Buren scored on the boys during the first half, the Cersei Lions would be forced to play from behind, which they would end up falling short with the game ending in a score of 1-0. The girls will play some close games as well, with the team picking up the win against Harrison Lady Goblins 2-1, and during their second game of the tournament, they would face against Pulaski Academy, where both teams were performing very well throughout the game. The game would eventually head into overtime, where the Lady Lions would then fall short, with the game ending of the score being 2-1 in favor of Pulaski Academy. The boys finished their season with a record of 20-3, and the girls finished their season with a record of 21-2. Congratulations to these teams. The Lady Lions softball team would play in the 5A State softball tournament as well, with their first match being against Maumelle. The girls would fall short with the score ending in 0-4. The Lady Lions finished their season with a record of 13-11. Congratulations to the softball team as well. This past school year has given us some amazing sports moments and from lots of SHS students. And to recognize these students, I would like to take the time to recognize 5 particular moments from this year that will be remembered. At the number 5 spot, we have this momentum-changing moment where the SHS football team made a very critical stop against Sheridan. Lennon and Conway would intercept the ball while Sheridan was looking to score to end the game. Due to Sheridan's mistake, this would change the pace of the game, and the Lions would pick up the win 49-40 after a strong comeback from a back-and-forth momentum game. At the number 4 spot, we have Piper Holmes and the Lady Lions soccer team, who went to the state tournament looking to make a statement. In the first round, the Lady Lions will play against the Harrison Lady Goblins. In the final minute, the Lady Lions were looking to score a screamer of a goal to end the game, and with 5 seconds left on the clock, Piper Holmes would score the game-ending goal to give the Lady Lions the win 2-1. At the number 3 spot, we have Benjamin O'Connell, who was an unseeded wrestler that didn't have the best season in the beginning, but whenever it was time for the regional tournament with top state talent, he was definitely the man to watch. After making an impressive run in the tournament, he would end up beating the first seed while also taking the first seed spot to advance in the state tournament. At the number 2 spot, we have Jaden Bowman, who had an outstanding track season this year, beating her own school record in the 400-meter race a total of 4 times. Jaden has definitely grown in the track team throughout the years and made sure that her last race would not just be her last, but would be her best as well. And last but not least, at the number 1 spot, we have Chip Johnson. During the game against the Greene County Tech Lady Golden Eagles, it was a battle for the number 1 spot in the conference, and with the Lady Lions holding a strong lead throughout the game, the Lady Golden Eagles would then come back to put the Lady Lions in a tight spot. With the Lions forced to make a difficult shot, they knew which person to turn to, and it would be Chip Johnson. With that, those are my top 5 sports moments of this year. Now let's move on to national sports. In national sports, the NBA playoffs are getting closer to those final spots, so let's see who's in contention. The Timberwolves and the Nuggets played last night, where Nikola Jokic had an impressive 40 points against the Timberwolves to give them their 3rd straight win in the series. The Thunder and the Mavericks played their Game 5 as well, where this time it would be Luka Doncic leading his team with 31 points to secure the win and take the advantage in the series 3-2. The Celtics and the Cavaliers played in a win-and-go-home situation for the Cavaliers, where Jason Tatum and Al Horford would both play impressive games with 20-plus points apiece to help the Celtics win the game 113-98, as well as to win the series 4-1. And finally, the New York Knicks and the Indiana Pacers played their Game 5 on Tuesday, where Jalen Brunson led the Knicks with 44 points to help them secure the win 121-91, with the series now in favor of New York 3-1. Well, Cersei, that's all the sports updates I have for you. I hope everyone has a great rest of their day as well as a good summer break as well. Now back to the news desk.
Thanks, Jordan.
Well, unfortunately, it looks like we've reached the end of this year's session of Lion TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Searcy High Lion TV.
Don't forget to also follow us on X at Lion TV, Instagram at Searcy Lion TV, and on Facebook at Searcy High Lion TV. Signing off, I'm Caden DeGroat.
And I'm Curtis Stevens. I hope you've all had a good school year and have a good summer break. See you next year, Searcy.